What's up everyone, this is Kenny here from Property Stories. So about a week ago, the budget 2021 was tabled in Parliament, and as of now, it is still up for debate and voting will be at roughly end of the month, 25th. And every year, this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest events we as property investors, property buyers will look out for, as the government is expected to give some freebies, throw out some freebies for all of us, so that to encourage the purchase of property, especially for those who haven't bought. So before we go to the gist of it, today I'm going to just be telling you that it's going to be a very different video where I'm just going to read from my notes here, so you can tune in when you're driving. I'm just going to read it, and also at the end of the video, I'm going to give you some of my input on what I think about the budget and how it will affect the property market moving forward. Before we go, hit the subscribe button if you like to see the contents like this, and also don't forget to smash the like button till it turns blue, so that more people will be able to find this video. Without further ado, let's go move on to the first point of the budget 2021. First up is, of course, the full stamp duty exemption of the purchase of first home only, price 500,000 and below. 500,000 and below. This is applicable to the primary and secondary market, you ask? Well, my guess is as good as yours. Until now, if I'm not mistaken, there is no clear direction whether it's a primary or secondary market. However, this scheme has been extended for another 5 years, for 2021 right up to 2025 December. And if you look back, this scheme is actually an extension from the Pinjaman scheme that is introduced early this year. I think it's about February, before the MCO, whereby this is only extended to the primary market. My guess is they're going to extend it to the primary market, but let's just hope I'm wrong, and the debate they will include the secondary market as well. Next is also the rescue contractors and original buyers of abandoned housing projects approved under KPKT is eligible for full stamp duty exemption, and this has been extended for another 5 years, from 2021 right up to December 2025. Next is the provision of home, 1.2 billion RM for low-income house buyers. People's Housing Project or Project Perumahan Rakyat PPR will receive 500 million to build 1,400 housing units under this scheme. Rumah Rakyat will receive 315 million ringgit to build 3,000 units, and this is be conducted by SPNB, which is Syarikat Perumahan Negara Berhad, under the government scheme. The government will also allocate 125 million ringgit for maintenance of low and medium low cost housing. Next up, the government will also allocate 310 million ringgit under the Malaysian Civil Servants Housing Program, PPAM, Project Perumahan Awam, Malaysia. Okay, so if you are a government servant, this is very good news. Next, for the Malay Reserve Land Property Development, the government is going to allocate 750 million budget to develop this land. 750 million RM budget to develop this land. This is also a very good news. Rent to own. We have been talking about this rent to own for so long. The government is in the process of discussing a rent to own scheme for 5,000 units of Prima homes. This is to assist those who have difficulty paying down payments. When we talk about property, we cannot escape from talking about mega projects, because mega projects, especially infrastructure projects, will affect the property market. And under budget 2021, there are a few mega projects that the government would like to see come to fruition. First is the Kuasa Damansara Township by EPF. Where is this Kuasa Damansara Township? Kuasa Damansara Township is actually sandwiched between Kota Damansara, Subang Bestari, and Tropicana Golf and Country Resort. It's a 2,257 acres township that will house 2 MRT stations, and they plan to build 25,000 homes. That is according to their website. You can go and see their website. So 25,000 normal homes, and also about, I think, 1,000 which is aimed at under the scheme for helping the low income earners. Next is the high speed rail. This project has been put off for quite a while. High speed rail is coming back again, for which will connect Putrajaya to Singapore. Then one more mega project, the final mega project that will definitely impact our property prices around here, is the MRT third line, the Circle Line. The Circle Line will pass through areas like Mont Kiara, Setapak, and add more stations. You can see that this circle, I'm showing you the image, this is where the stations is expected to be, and properties around the area is expected to receive a slight capital appreciation, or some cases more, if you know where to look. So my personal thought on the budget, this budget is very B40 friendly. They are trying to help the low income earners to own a home, because everybody needs a roof, right? So it's a good budget for B40. Not much for the M40 and T20, because especially the M40 right in the middle, it's neither here nor there, so not much. Except maybe the stamp duty exemption for those who are looking to buy your first home this year. Buy your first home, whether it's your investment or own stay, I think it's a good time to buy and take advantage of all the freebies that the government is throwing out. Of course, you look at less than 500,000, and most likely it's only going to be primary market. Next is the rent to own scheme. I think rent to own scheme is high time that we actually have a rent to own scheme to make housing more affordable. But I hope that this rent to own scheme is not an excuse for an increase in price, keep increasing, especially developers keep increasing in price, since rent to own is cheaper, touted to be cheaper than borrowing directly from the bank. Next is the mega project like HSR, the high speed rail. It's expected to have some stops along the way, especially the places like Aikro, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, they'll have some stop. Then Iskandar Puteri, they have some stop. These are all proposed stop. But whatever that happens in that area, if it's confirmed that the HSR station will be there, you can be sure that the property prices right around there will have some capital appreciation. A bit, not much, okay? What I'm more interested in is actually the spending. Malaysians we can come back from Singapore, earn in Singapore, spend in Malaysia, or Singaporeans can come to shopping. It helps to stimulate the economy. We can come over to Malaysia and shop and then take the HSR back. It also facilitates, right, the exchange of knowledge and talent, whereby Malaysians are easier to access to Singapore employers, and vice versa, due to the transportation has been cut down by a lot. Next is the Kwasa Damansara area. This Kwasa Damansara area is going to be located beside Subang Bestari and also Kota Damansara, sandwiched right in between. Knowing the EPF, if they undertake this mega project, you can expect a lot of jobs are created, a lot of a well-planned township, and I dare say the places have potential in the future to grow into a beautiful township. But yet to be seen, let's just wait for the master plan. The thing is, if this new township were to start, you can be sure property prices around there, especially nearby the township, will start to see a little bit of capital appreciation. That is unavoidable. Every time a new thing is coming, you compare the surrounding, because the new will price usually much higher, usually higher, not much higher, higher than the surroundings. So I think that is about it, about the property industry and sector as a whole, and what budget 2021 has an offer in store for all of us. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. Think of it as like a newscaster telling you the news, okay? If you have any further questions with regards to property and financing, you are welcome to WhatsApp me and also send me an email. Until then, I'll see you again in the next video. This is Kenny here from Office Topics. Bye bye.